Fala galera, today I'm going to commentate some of my matches in the last YCS 3 Um, so this is my first one, and I will do one in English and one in Portuguese. This is the first one that I will do, which is against Kamal Crooks in the third round of the LCS. And of course, a really difficult matchup. We got paired up with a really good team at the beginning, and I feel like their team was Kamal, Cam, and Christian Rina, so really difficult. This one was kind of weird because we didn't know the deck because they were VIPs just like us, and and a big part of our strategy for this tournament with Dino was knowing the matchup, which is possible to do in LCS is an online environment, and because it makes a lot of sense. It's a big part of the strategy to choose first against Dragon Link if we are aware that it's Dragon Link. So here we just assume it was Dragon Link. We didn't know. So based on the the historic has players, they tend to play Dragon Link. So we just did that. So I lost the dice roll, so for me it didn't matter, but I know for Christian or some of them, like either Gabriel or Christian, they did start, they went first, so it mattered for them because they did the side combo, and that's a big part on how we approach this matchup. When we know it's Dragon Link, we choose first. Against many other decks, we choose second anyway, so we only have the side as a concession for Dragon Link. And I will explain this more in my profile. I feel like this video will be after my profile in English, so you guys will probably see the main reasons. I will explain everything there and on how we came to that conclusion, not our team, but other people who were involved. I will name everyone in the video. And yeah, that's it. Let's see how the match went. I went second. This hand is okay, depending on what this Ash can prevent. I have a different. I feel like for dinosaurs, the a card like Ash or Gamma against Dragon Link is not that bad because cards like those usually prevent something from happening. Like you either prevent getting Legionnaire, or you either prevent getting Titan, or you prevent the Savage, or you prevent the Hothead. You prevent some type of interaction. And in decks like this, if your Dragon Link opponent semi combo, depending on the power of your hand, it's okay because your engine is naturally really good going second because it's the way that the dinos go. And I feel like this is one of the biggest selling points. Card you can use a hand trap like those. Sometimes you completely stop them. It's unlikely. Most of the time they keep playing, but even if they do, they're not going to do everything. Then it's also unlikely that they do everything. They will do a lot of things, but not all of them. And depending on the power level of your hand, it is possible, yes, to win the game. It's not impossible. So is this type of hands. You have this Ash that we hope is impactful enough, and we have a really strong hand. We have the whole combo here. We already have the combo. This Ovi have to has the ability to get something else. We don't need to get a Misk or a PT or a Baby to pop because we already have them. So these Ovi have the ability to get a Punkatrop, so a Conductor, things like that. And you have a draw phase and a pot. So you are really well armed against this. So he started with Cypher here. I decided not to Ash. Here I thought, okay, the best shots that I have to prevent something, because I feel like if I Ash here and he keep playing, then it's bad because I might not prevent everything. But if I use Ash on the LP, for example, I might prevent either the Tiding, which is a good interaction against this deck since he can Tiding and put the Misk to hand, and then we can't use again the same main phase, or I would prevent Levianier that could randomly find this OV or pot. So if I negate this, what's the name? LP, I have the biggest shot on stop something from happening. So okay, so he did this and make the seal and did that, go for help and then change the position here. Let me, he's going to reborn this and changing the position here and go for the Alp and then IS. And then he used talents, which was really tough for us because I felt okay, now it's bad. The situation is bad because now he knows his hand, he knows how to where to bounce him, so on. So he got the misc and shuffled the hand and then set one. So which this is like 99% a tiding. So it's still tiding, and we have this. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. So we drew the misc again. I even checked to see if I shuffle, and I did. So I drew the misc again, and that was really good. So I already have this against the tiding. So worst case scenario, I can misc, and he kind of has the tiding. So I OV and send another mix directly from deck. So I kind of cover here, and I have the pot. And now the spot can hit a lot of good cards. He can hit the Lightning Storms and the Apis Feather and the Raigeki, not Raigeki, the Gammas, this one. There are many good cards here. So to hit, and I got the Lightning Storm, but there was many call. Look, I had so many cards to get. I got Lightning Storm that will make my life easier. So because this is almost always a tiding, and I get rid of the Butsecto and the Word Legacy unless he wants to seal now. So he used the tiding to put the pot back to my hand just to have a follow up here, which is understandable. Like, it's bad to do that. I'm not saying it's wrong, but it's bad. I mean, I'm sure he wasn't comfortable doing that. He is a good player, so he evaluated that the only way that he has any chance of winning, he needs some type of follow up, which he didn't have. Look at the grave. And it's funny because his hand was really good, right? It was Cypher, Word Legacy, Talent. Um, and I still went through this. So I missed, banish. Oh, another thing that I want to point out. Okay, I only played this deck for 1 week. Okay, so this definitely not enough time to be the Dino Master. So I made a lot of mistakes in this tournament. Um, Many of them I already catch either in between rounds because we always rewatch our games together to catch things and learn along the way because specifically in this one I really needed to learn along the way. So I rewatch together and by myself all the replays mid tournament to make sure I was learning as I go. Because yes, I was a competent player with Dino. Like I wasn't like bad. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm definitely not in the level of the people that was playing this deck for like 6 months. I have to be realistic. I mean, I'm experienced. I learn fast, but even then, I'm not perfect with something that I don't play that much. That's why I made some mistakes, and will guys will see in the replays. I don't know if I did anything in this one specifically, but just giving a heads up that this is a thing that probably happened quite some time, quite often in this tournament. But I don't think I did anything major, like anything completely off the chart of bad. I did one of the orders that okay, this is weird, but nothing completely. I decided to play this deck because even not being extremely experienced with this, I was experienced enough in the main matchups, and I I thought that the deck building advantage that we had against the expected meta was enough to compensate that. And another good reason is that the fact it was a 3v3, so I could have help, right? I had help, and I helped too. So we all helped each other. We made a coalition to make decisions sometimes. So that definitely helped well. If it was alone, I feel like I would have made more mistakes, and they probably would have made more mistakes as well. My team members, my teammates. So okay, so I killed the PT here and got the pill, and that bring Punker, I think. Yes, Punker because I already have the OV, and now I got the Rex, and I banish, and then some this and this. And this is a really bad situation, yeah. There's nothing you can do because now if he doesn't do anything, you go for. If he doesn't bounce, I go for Doka. If he does bounce, I go for Ducatis, and then I win both ways. So yeah, and he has almost no follow up. So here he chose first, and this is my hand, and I do really badly. Two pots, Ariel, Oviraptor, and this Ash. And here again, I need to hope the Ash is really strong. I side the Shadow package and all that, and didn't do well. I did this Ash and hope that this get me there, but look at the situation, right? This is hopeless. So he did this and got a tiding back, and then he's going to keep playing, draws a card. Yeah, this is a really easy loss. Like I'm getting almost full combo, even using a hand trap, which is on the bad side of things. And this can happen. This is the power that lies on Dragon Link. And my hand wasn't ideal. Another thing, we know that Dino can Dino me sometimes. Like, for example, in the finals, I got Dinoed. Like, I drew two conductors and one pill. I have four of those. I drew three. Yes, Dino has a consistency issue. Pot really helped on that. The now that Pot exists, so that makes Dino a lot better, and Pot is completely necessary in this deck. But it still has some consistency issues, and sometimes it shows. Um, so yeah, getting full combo here, but just letting him play, just to see the type of card that he plays, but nothing in particular comes to mind here. And I got Levy, and he hit the Ovi, and I feel like I give up here. Yeah, he used Lancia, and it was good to stay because now I know he plays Lancia, um, which was interesting. Oh, this I remember the game. This is a really interesting one. I saw some VODs about this match, and people were extremely confused by our decisions. So what happens here is that our hand is really good. Okay, this is a really strong hand. So here we have to take away the lose condition that we might have, right? How do we lose this game? I mean, we have combo here, okay? We have combo. We can do the full Dino combo and don't do the side combo because we have Sanctum and have Ash behind. It's insane. Like everything resolves with insta win. That's for sure. Okay, but how do we lose this game? Oh, if my opponent hand trap me, I have call, so I don't lose, right? Yeah. But if my opponent has two hand traps, we need like if it's Lancia draw, Lancia Ash, if it's combinations of cards. So we came to the conclusion here that our hand was so good that it was worth it to not to try to not lose to cards like that. So what we did was we went for OV first, and we get another OV. We had no intention on trying to full combo. Our intention here was if we miss here, we miss now, right? Miss, and they say okay on this misc, our intention would be misc into Arcosaur and kill the OV to get the conductor and link and then summon conductor, and then I will have the link here, the secret gardener, the conductor, the sanctum, the call, and the ash. And that's like super enough if nothing happened. We don't need to have a rank 4 on the top of this. The price of trying to have a rank 4 here is too high because these Zov should be a baby in order to do that. And then if that happens, it's bad. But you have call. But if they ash, we call, we negate our own ash, right? And then if something else happens, if it's ash gamma, and if it's draw ash, I mean, it can be draw because we wouldn't know so far. That's why we start with OV, by the way. There's some combinations of two cards that could happen here. So we try to stay away of those lose conditions. And also, not using this call helped to make the Sanctum go through 100% because if opponent has an Ash and use on Sanctum, we can call the Ash. So we decided to do that. And he Lances here, okay? And then we could have called. We could have called here. But imagine, we've called here, and then next turn, we don't have a way to protect the Sanctum. And then it's really bad because sometimes some only a conductor is not enough. Let's say we try to play here, banish, and he got gamma, or for example he draws gamma for turn or shit like that. So we are trying to play around those type of situations. Here, I feel like there was no reason for us to rush because he has one less card. We have as defensive card Sanctum, which is insane and most likely will resolve. Besides something like droplets, Ash, which is a good interaction, especially against a 5 card hand, and Cobble Ray, which is also interaction, right? If it's not forced to use an hand trap. And we do have follow up. We have the Missing Grave in the OV hand. So the pressure, it's on him. This play's idea was Nat, Gabriel. In this point, I feel like we all were together here. I don't remember. But yeah, maybe this was the last match, so I feel like we all were together. So yeah, we decided to do nothing. And people were super confused that we didn't call. But it could be Lancia, Ash, Lance, Gamma. Could be combination of two, Gamma, Ash. And then we need to play around that situation because we had enough. So okay, so that happens. So he starts here, and then we didn't shotgun Sanctum. See, we didn't shotgun Lancia because we could have played around a Gamma or a hard draw Gamma. Because if he shotgun the Sanctum, we Sanctum effect and he Gammas and like we insta lose if that happens. So we are. I mean, okay, I can't Ash the Gamma, but I don't want to do things like that, right? I'm not for. So I let him commit one monster so I can Sanctum. So use the effect and summon Cypher. Another thing that many people didn't understand why he did this. We decide to, on chain of Cypher, to use Sanctum first. Why? Our intention was to call the Grave the Cypher because he discards Cypher for Cypher. So if we call here, we get that one, right? But if we start with Call the Grave and then on resolution with Sanctum, we open ourselves to lose to an Ash on Sanctum. So what we did? We chained the Sanctum to ask for the Ash, to task for the Ash, and then if it has Ash, we call the Ash, and then let this resolve. But at least the Sanctum will resolve, the site will resolve. If it's nothing, if we say Sanctum effect and the opponent says okay, then it's fine, because then we can chain call and banish the Cypher, and that was our reasoning here. So he said okay, and then we chain call. That's what we did, and now we keep the Ash as another layer of interaction. So we summon site, and we use the site, and he thinks, and then like the only out here, like from the usable pool, is droplets, and it's not a common card. Like if you really think about it, he's playing cards that are not too usual right now, which is Lancia, droplets, and those are good cards specifically against Dino and the way that we're playing with side. So I feel like we were playing against a difficult Dragon Link combination of cards, like because he's going to droplets here, and we could have lost, but his hand wasn't really good, and we had Ash, so I think we're fine because we have follow up, we have a draw phase, we have an Ash, so nothing really big is happening, so this is fine. So yeah, so he links again and Butsecto, and I think he can do anything. I feel like the last card is a recharger. So there's nothing he can do here. There's nothing grave. There's nothing he can do, and we didn't even need to use the Ashes. That alone was enough. So yeah, that was the match. We won game one, going second, which is a really crucial win. Winning game one, going second. I think Gabriel lost it. I just remember he lost to Arena, and Christian won. I feel like Christian won game one by choosing first and using the site. Probably won the same way game three. Oh, game two, I don't know. Game two, maybe he won going second. I don't remember. But the crucial game in this match was the one that I won going second against a really strong hand, Cypher, World Legacy, Talents. So, and that's because it is Dino. Against the same hand, if I was playing Aula Shizu, for example, even if I was playing Dragon Link, I feel like the likelihood of losing that situation is really high, plus the Seal Tiding. But this deck has a good ability to push through those type of interaction. That's, again, it needs to be a decent hand, but still. Yeah, that was it. And then game 3, Sanctum coming clutch. That's it. Hope you guys like it, and I will do more later. See ya.